Hey everyone, it's Toronto Ty here again. As promised, I've got more time this week to do recording. So here we are outside in the parking lot, checking out the little bit of construction that's been going on here across from the beer store right on Jane Street. From what I hear, this is going to be a new exit to help with fireworks nights and just busier days. So yeah, it's progressing. Here at front gate, they've given it a bit of a paint job to resemble that of Leviathan, as well as even the awnings, just to match the color scheme there. And then, in addition, looks like they've added a couple new wristband colors for height check. Alright, so right here next to front gate, the picnic pavilion doesn't look like too much of a picnic anymore. They don't have any tarp here or structure or anything, just the tables. I'm not sure if that'll just be added later. Maybe they're adding a structure similar to the ones that are new in Courtyard this year, but a little odd that it's just out in the beating sun right now. Speaking of Courtyard, they've renamed all the pods back here to names of trees. So you got white cedar, bare oak, jack pine, balsam fir, red spruce, and sugar maple. And yeah, completely redid everything in there. There's no longer the bubble. It's yeah, unfortunately I am not part of any events, so I don't think I'll be able to actually get in there. And even from Dragonfire's exit, I can't see too much because of the trees. But at the very least, I can tell that the main pod has some windows. Hey, they've got the mist working on Leviathan again. Remember how a couple of weeks ago I was telling you guys that they put in some queue lines in front of the restaurants? Well, out here in front of Thrill Burger, they've got a queue line, and then they've also got an express line for all-season dining, all-day dining, all those sorts of dining plans to help you make sure that you get your food a little bit faster. They've got all sorts of different kinds of funnel cakes in here. Now they're carrying cookie witches here? I'm pretty sure that's it. Just in Medfair. Peach 2-ounce chocolate chip rocks, mini peanut butter cups, chocolate chips, salted cups, marshmallows. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna try these throughout the year. I'll let you know. Alright, as much as I hate the theme of Kidsville, just as an idea, I do love the fact that they've got all the pathways looking like roads with crosswalks and sidewalks. It's a really nice touch. Check it out next time you're in the park. Alright, come on. Out here by Canyon Trader. Historic Chilkoot Trail. Book your passage to the frontier of Canada. Opening soon. Is this a teaser? I'd like to call it a teaser. Alright guys, so up here by the Whitewater Canyon SplashWorks Trail pathway, there is some movement. They seem to be working on the structure for the lockers, assuming that the lockers are going where they were before. Because, yeah, a really nice wooden structure to match everything else in the park. Right around here by the exit of Lumberjack, you can see they've added a bunch of grass around the area, which looks a lot nicer than it did last week. And something that I didn't mention before, but is a really, really nice detail, is that they've got these maple syrup buckets on the trees back here. I don't think these are even maple trees, but you know, it still fits. So yeah, they added a bunch of grass around Lumberjack, around the riverbank here, and over by the exit. That's a pretty nice touch. Wait. What the henna happened here? Didn't there used to be a henna stand here like last week? I mean, okay, new patio, I guess. It looks nice. Alright, and these tables over by the Fly's First Drop, they're new too, right? I mean, it makes sense because they've got quite a few food places around the mountain here, but... Huh. You know, I've always been curious. Did people used to be able to walk along this pathway back behind Klassenwagen to see the backside of Arthur's Bay? So I think that would be a really nice view, but cast members only. Hey, you guys remember those giant maple leaf statue things that said Canada 150 last year up by Front Gate? Well, they've now moved in front of Wonder Mountain as part of the selfie spot. Thankfully not right in the middle of the bridge, but it's actually a really nice touch. Chippery, pretzel, and beer bar. 9-inch pretzel and 1 beer or cider. Ooh, delicious. So up at the Canada's Wonderland store, the store right by Front Gate, they've changed where the cash is so that it is right next to the exit of the park rather than being on your way into the park, which makes a lot of sense. Alright guys, which one are you going to get? Lumberjack, established 2018. Behemoth, established 2008. Leviathan, established 2012. Soaring Timbers, established 2017. Flight Tech, 1995. Mindbuster, 1981. Vortex, 1991. Or The Bat, 1987. These are fantastic. Oh my goodness, there's so much good merchandise this year. Awesome clothing. Take Me to Wonderland, Canada's Wonderland, 1981. Way at the roller coaster there. Another shirt here. Live for the rides, enjoy the adventures at Canada's Wonderland, established 1981. Classic coaster park. Lumberjill outfit here. Alright, so last year True North Gifts was kind of a hodgepodge, thrown together kind of thing with a bunch of Snoopy stuff still in it, but now it is almost entirely Canada themed. With a giant bear out front and a moose. Wait, wasn't there supposed to be a new poutine place here behind Swing of the Century? So Sledgehammer is still closed, but it looks like they are working on it. They've got a couple of ladders over there, and some of the panels are opened up. Be better soon, please. Well, this is different. Standing over here next to the Coca-Cola Refresh Oasis thing. They've got a paver over there, what do you call those things? Nope, can't think of it. But it looks like they are defining a new roadway or pathway where I was saying that there was that ditch last week, on the old Skyrider Q-line pathway. That's different. Steamroller. Alright, so just peeking back here behind the fence, next to the old Skyrider Q-line entrance, and yeah, this looks like it's going to be the new pathway over to SplashWorks. So if I had to guess, and as I said, I don't want to get into too much speculation, But it seems to me like this is where the station is going to be. Station, brake run, transfer track, that whole section. And will no longer be a pathway. And so they are having to move the pathway over closer to the water, which is amazing. You're going to be walking under the coaster. Well, at least they were able to get one of the Lake Labarge fountains working again. This one will not be returning for obvious reasons, but okay, there's a lot to talk about. There's the structure for the for what I imagine will be the lockers, made out of wood. Looks very nice. And there are some footers and what looks to be a pathway being defined.
Please stop rocking the gondolas.
More footers being poured. And right back there, that's another structure. Not sure what that was for. Maybe it's for more lockers. That would be nice. So last week we were talking about staying off the dirt. Well, it's no longer dirt. Freshly laid sod. Please keep off. Dang it. I thought the reason I wasn't supposed to step on it was because it would make my shoes dirty. Man, there's so much work going on over there. Which is good, because the park is open every day.
A non-smoking policy is in effect at
It's open daily now.
Throughout the park, there are designated smoking areas. For the comfort of all guests and
is opening
employees,
next week. Hey everyone, I just wanted to quickly clarify, SplashWorks will not be opening next weekend. I got confused because I saw the sign at Whitewater Canyon that said that they were opening on May 18th. And I thought that they normally opened at the same time and during the fireworks weekend, but SplashWorks will not be open until May 26th. However, they still have a lot of work to be done over the course of those 2 weeks, so I'm sure we'll see a lot of progress next weekend when I do my report.
Smoking is prohibited in any location that is not a designated smoking area.
They gotta get some stuff done, some fences put in place, some pathways put in place, lockers done, making sure to keep everybody out of the construction areas while still letting people get to SplashWorks. Okay, every week I come back here, there's a different kind of tarp over here. What is the deal with this Windseeker side of the lake tunnel opening? Just getting a view from a little further back on this very, very incredibly sunny day, which is crazy because it's still only May. What a view from the fireworks hill. Speaking of which, fireworks are next week. Okay, setting fireworks off from a construction site. That'll be fine, right? Yeah, that's fine. Right there. That's part of the new tributary, right? To the dirt water, I think. Help with stormwater overflow, probably.
Who's it gonna be? Antica's the first one, and we're gonna say goodbye to.
I'm not much of a dog person, but here's the
we have
Wolf Jocks in International Showplace, which no longer has a shade structure, but still has the structure for a shade structure. Okay, I absolutely love trees, but stupid trees. Get out of the way, I want to see the construction. Okay, don't actually leave, just get out of the way. Is that possible? Alright, so I asked to make sure that I was allowed to come down here, and I am. Just at the end of the Windseeker queue line. Yep, that looks like the beginnings of the pathway. And a bunch of construction going on. Right, so between Skyhawk and Slingshot, some more trees were taken out. I'm not sure if that's related to the windstorm or what, or if it was like that last week because I wasn't paying enough attention. But there's the construction site, and there's some construction material. I don't know what they're for, but they're for something. Let me know if you know. And that about wraps it up for today, so thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to comment down below for anything that you'd like me to cover in the next video. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time I post new videos.